been hearing many stories around me of different people involved in, that are victims of abusive environments in their work that they can't leave. Now, I think of this experience and this effort of meditation as a personal one where you can affect your own mindset, but the electromagnetic field, or what you would call like the biofield of others affecting you, is a significant one. And how could you speak to how this practice as individuals can affect the environments of others that are suffering?
The emotional makeup of a person, unfortunately, is determined in the first 3 years of life through what we might call limbic resonance. So every abuser has been abused in some way or another, okay? And then that recycles, of course, because the abused becomes the abuser. Is there anything we can do about it? Well, the early evidence is showing that, first of all, you have to be aware that there's a problem. And secondly, you have to be amenable to taking on practices like the ones I mentioned, and also something called cognitive therapy, which is a form of deep reflective therapy where people can change. But mostly, your emotional makeup is determined by the time you're an adult. So it's a problem, because now we're also recognizing that emotional distress and childhood abuse, whether it was sexual or physical or verbal, anything that was abusive to a child in the first 3 years of life will show up in adulthood not only as those patterns of behavior, but as biological dysfunction. Their body is already stressed, they have more incidence of autoimmune illnesses, et cetera, et cetera. So now that we're talking about it, it's something that should be looked at. Every abuser has been abused, or comes from a environment where that was the norm, And that's also the cycles of violence that you see in the world right now. These terrorist organizations, the kids grow up in that emotional milieu, and it's normal for them to be violent.